that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I choose love, love, love. Love, love, love. I choose it, love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I choose peace, 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 peace. Peace, 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 peace. I feel it, peace, 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 peace. I choose peace, 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 peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I choose joy, joy, joy. I feel it, joy, joy, joy. Every day it's joy, joy, joy. I'm choosing joy, joy, joy. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that
Good morning, Celebration Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers or people who hold mother energy inside of them this morning. I'm so glad that you're here, that you're joining us, whether you are here physically in the room or joining us online. Oh, it's so good to see y'all. So if you are here in the room, I would invite you to go ahead and silence your cell phones. No need to turn those off. Feel free to join in on the Facebook or YouTube chat and say hi, put all of your thoughts and ideas into that chat, even as you're here in the room, but make sure the phone is on silent. And if you are joining us online, we don't know you're here unless you say hello to us in the chat. So I invite you to say good morning, let us know what's up in your life, how you're doing. Also, if you are joining us for the first time, welcome. We are so glad that you're here, that you're joining us. Maybe you know what Science of Mind is about, maybe you don't, but either way, we are so glad you're here and hope that you enjoy the service. Please feel free to give us a shout out in the chat. Let us know it's your first time and put where you're from, where you're joining us from this morning. And if you're here in the room, we have guest cards for you to fill out on the tables. Now, we have an awesome service planned. I know, every week, but it's true, every week. We have an awesome service planned. Our music director, Lynn Hollyfield, will be providing the music along with Jen Fay, our practitioner and singer extraordinaire. So yay for our music this morning. Our practitioner on platform is Irina Kurashevitz. So yay, Irina. And I will be giving the message today. The talk title is The Fear Factor. We're not really doing that. If you want to hear my thoughts about fear, go watch the Ministerial Musing on our YouTube page. But as y'all remember, we are working out of Brené Brown's Atlas of the Heart. And so once again this week, we have the spinner. I have no talk prepared. Well, I did prepare, I just didn't write a talk, but I've read the chapters several times. But we are going to spin the wheel and then have a conversation. I'm going to tell y'all my thoughts on whatever the emotion is that pulls up, and then y'all are going to tell me your thoughts on whatever the emotion is that pulls up. So it's going to be a really great day. And then, of course, yay, yay, yay for our awesome tech team in the back who keeps everything running so smoothly and makes sure that everything is perfect. So yay, tech team. I have a lot of announcements. Are y'all ready? The first is that our practitioners are here to pray. So if you would like to give us a prayer request, we would love to take those. If you're here in the room, fill out those green sheets and drop them in the baskets for us. If you're online, go to celebrationcenter.org and click on the request affirmative prayer, and there will be a place there that you can fill that out. You can also email us at prayer@celebrationcenter.org. Also, as I said, today is Mother's Day, so if you are a mother and you are here in the room, we do have a small gift of our appreciation for mothers, because without mothers, none of us would exist, right? And so please feel free to pick up one of the flowers on the front table if you are a mother or have that mother energy inside of you. And thank you so much for everything you've done, and we'll talk a little bit more about Mother's Day in a moment. Next, our interactive bulletin board for the month is the emotions wheel. Ivor, will you pull that wheel up online, that overlay? So if y'all recall, here is the emotions wheel. Am I doing that right? I sure am. Here is the emotions wheel. And this is the exact wheel that we have up over on the wall, a big giant wheel. So if you are online, we'll have the link to a bigger version of this where it's easier to see all of those. Write what you're feeling right now into the chat, or you can email me at revchris@celebrationcenter.org if you would like it to be anonymous. And we'll put a dot up next to that emotion over over on our emotions wheel. And if you are here in the room, I invite you to go over and put your dot up. If you notice, we have a different colored dot for this week. So we're going to see how our emotions shift and change and flow over the weeks as things happen. Life happens, right? Oh, one thing we can know about our emotions is that they're constantly changing. All right, Ivor, you can take that down. I know, I'm hiding behind my emotions. Next, we are starting a new initiative. Hold on just a second before you put that overlay up, Ivor. So y'all may have noticed that we have this big, giant, ugly tote here in the front of the room. Well, inside of it, if you look, is toilet paper. This is because we are partnering with Lutheran Social Services here in the DC area. We have been welcoming Afghani refugees for months now, and they need ongoing supplies. People are still coming in every single day, and they are preparing to accept Ukrainian refugees now. And so we did the welcome home gift boxes, if y'all remember, back in September, I believe, of last year, and now we're partnering with them in a new initiative. Ivor, will you put that overlay up? It's called this is our new outreach program, Vision in Action, VIA, Vision in Action. And so each month, as a beginning, this outreach program is going to extend to kind of everything that we do. As y'all know, one of our 4 areas of focus this year, you can take it down now, Ivor, one of our 4 areas of focus is community outreach. And so this is the new thing that we're launching. And the first way that we're doing this is something super simple, something that everyone can participate in if you choose to. We are inviting you, if you come in person for the month of May, bring some toilet paper and drop it in our bin. You know, when you go to the grocery store, just grab an extra pack of toilet paper. When you grab the pack for yourself, throw it in the bin on Sunday morning. If you are online or you can't get to the service, that's okay. You can still participate. If you go to celebrationcenter.org, click on the Give button, there's a drop-down list of all the funds that you can give to, and you will see VIA, Vision in Action Fund. And if you give to that fund, one of us will go buy toilet paper on your behalf and put it in the bin. And we'll be delivering those to Lutheran Social Services for refugees every month. And every month is going to be a different item. So the month of May is toilet paper because that was their highest need. And we'll talk to them at the beginning of June to find out what the new highest need is. And then that's what we'll be collecting each month. So it's going to be a different item. I'm super excited to launch this initiative and to be in this ongoing participation of supporting our greater community. So, next up is Diane Preston, our beautiful practitioner emeritus, turned 90 in April, and we are having a birthday party for her on Saturday, May 14th, so a week from yesterday, from 12 to 3. It's going to be here in Haight Hall and also on Zoom, so if you live too far away and you love and know Diane and you want to participate, no problem, join us on Zoom. And so you are invited. We do need an RSVP if you are planning to join us here in the room. So please go to our website. You'll see it in upcoming events and RSVP for that if you have not already. Then as y'all know, y'all call me Reverend Chris. That's because I officially graduated back in the pandemic on June 13th, 2020 was supposed to be my graduation day. It was postponed. Then it was postponed again because of the upswing last year. But guess what, y'all? I'm finally graduating. I am finally getting my ceremony. Yay! So on May 21st, it's Saturday, 2 Saturdays from now, I am going to be in Napa, California at my school graduating. There's going to be a big ceremony, and they're going to present me with a stole. And Reverend Jay, my minister from Napa, is going to be presenting me, and just the whole shebang. It's a huge huge graduating class because it's all of us from 2020, 2021, and 2022. It's going to be so much fun, and it's live streamed. So if you don't want to pay the money to fly out to Napa, I totally understand. But if you go to our upcoming events on our website, all of the information is there so that you can watch this live stream service. And it's going to be happening at 5 p.m. Eastern time here on this coast, 2 p.m. out there. So super excited about finally graduating ministerial school. Also a little silly. And then finally, as we have been doing for a while now, we have our community time. That is a hybrid time after this service, beginning at 12:20. And today is game day. I'm super excited about game day. So stay, if you're here in the room, stay, or run out, grab food, and come back at 12:20. If you're online, take a break and join us on Zoom at 12:20. We're going to be playing Pictionary. Everybody can participate. We use the whiteboard on Zoom, so it's okay if you're online. You can still play. You can still guess. It's going to be a lot of fun. And with that, I would like to invite Jen and Lynn for an opening song.
All right. We'd love for you to sing along with us. It's I Sing My Love. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world.
I dance my joy.
I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I dance my joy, I dance my joy, I dance my joy into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world. I live my peace, I live my peace, I live my peace into the world.
I sing my love.
I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world. I sing my love, I sing my love, I sing my love into the world.
Wasn't that wonderful? Thank you, Lee, and thank you, Jan. You too, your voices. Wonderful. Good morning. My name is Irina Kurashevich, and I'm a practitioner today at the center. And as we enter this sacred time in our service, I invite you to remember with me and read and say our vision. We are celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. Feel it. And I invite you, if you're comfortable, to close your eyes or just soften your gaze. You can keep your eyes open. Just remember to open the inner eye and feel how you are supported by your chair, the ground beneath you. Your feet are touching the ground. And I invite you to focus on your heart center, becoming aware of your love light expanding in your chest and radiating out into the world as we breathe together. I invite you to take 3 breaths, and each breath has 3 parts: an inhale, a pause, and an exhale. So take a deep breath. Hold and release. And another inhale. Hold and release. And one more time. Inhale. Hold and release. Take a minute to continue experiencing your light radiating out from your chest. Connect to the love light of our beloved community, those who are present in the room, online, and watching in the future. And I invite you to stay in this sacred space. And I have a reading today from a Holmes Reader on Change by Ernest Holmes. There is no fear in love, and there is no liberation from fear without love. Fear is always based on the supposition that we are unprotected, rejected, friendless. In the fearful mind would entertain love and the harmony and peace that go with it, then it must turn from everything that denies this love, and trusting in divine guidance, open its being to the influx of love, not just love of God, but love of everything, for love is an all-inclusive conception. And I know, I embrace this idea with my heart and with my mind, that love is, that God is, that universe is, and so is wisdom, peace, divine intelligence, harmony, joy. And I know that it all exists in the universe, and it is equally present everywhere in the universe. There is no corner of the universe where is no spiritual light shining brightly. And I know that that shining light is within me, as I know if God is all there is, it means that I am, and I'm one and inseparable from the divine. And as I know my oneness, I know and feel and see this oneness, this light of the divine shining from each and every one in this room. I see this radiating light right here, right now, as that one light expressed as unique lights through each and every one on this planet. And I know joy. I know peace. I know peace to the whole world. And I know peace for myself and everyone who is here praying with me. As I know that peace starts within me. Love starts within me. Joy starts within me. And I know that the prayers that the whole world is sending out to the universe are answered. They're answered and they're being manifested here right now. And I know perfect community for this group of people as we are forming the community we want to be. I know wholeness for everyone here and for our loved ones. I know perfect relationship as I know as God is dealing with God all the time. And I know perfect employment. I know that everyone has lots of talents and skills to express. And I see everyone who is seeking to be expressed. And I know that abundance and joy and prosperity is the compensation that flowing easily and effortlessly through each and every one. I know that there is purpose of life, which is to be, to live, to love, to laughter. I know that that purpose is fulfilled for each and every one, as we're here, perfect expressions of the divine, each of us. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful to know and feel the truth, the spiritual truth. I am grateful to know peace for Ukraine. I am grateful to know freedom for Russia. I am grateful to know love and compassion to the United States and all the countries in the world. I know peace for Ethiopia, and I know peace for any conflict that is going on right now, small or large, between two people, between millions of people, or even within one person. I know healing and peace right here, right now, in gratitude, in deep gratitude. And I know that in this gratitude, my words are being manifested. I just simply release them into the law, knowing that they're already done in the perfect mind of God. And this is mine to release, to let be, and to surrender. And I simply say, and so it is.
Okay, well, happy Mother's Day, everyone. I'm going to do a song for today, but this goes out to everyone. Mothers, people who play that role in our lives, or maybe we play that role for someone in their lives. So this is called Shadow. You're telling me a story. We're laughing about the past. You're searching for the answers. You see, nothing really lasts. Early morning driving, crescent moon on the rise, in a shadow of a girl in the corner of my eye. I'd never dare suggest her steps are like the ones I took back in the day, in the park out in the sun. I see her now at 16, her beauty running wild, and a shadow of a girl in the corner of my eye. I clearly see you're standing tall, another year older. I see you're confident, stronger and bolder. I see you're ready to conquer the world. No more a shadow of a girl. And when she comes to me with a tear in her eye to talk about the hard things and figure out the why, I'll hold her in my heart forever. She's my child. This shadow of a girl still with me for a while. This shadow of a girl still with me for a while.
Much, Lynn. Oh, I can't get this one up and over. There we go. That was a lot more exciting than it usually is. Thank you, Lynn, for that beautiful Mother's Day song. And in this sort of thread of Mother's Day, I know for myself, it's interesting that we're talking about emotions this month because Mother's Day brings up a lot of emotion in me. And I think that we have this idea in our society that Mother's Day should just be happy for everyone, no matter what. And I don't actually think that that is the case for a lot of people. There are a lot of different relationships that we have to our mothers, to that mother role inside of us, to our children, to all of those things. And so if y'all recall, last year we had a series of prayers for various mother relationships, and I'd like to read those again. To me, in this thread of emotions, hearing all of these different ways that we relate to this mother archetype really brings me comfort in knowing that all of the emotions that I experience on this holiday and every holiday are okay, and it's okay to have a complicated relationship with these things. So I invite you to just take in these prayers in whatever way works for you. You can leave your eyes open, you can close them. You can put your hand on your heart, you can open your hands, you can cross your arms, whatever you would like to do. So, a Mother's Day prayer. For those with good mother relationships, may you treasure the time and the relationship you have with your mother, the hard work and tears it's taken to keep that relationship good, and the joy that Mother's Day brings. For those who have lost mothers, may you feel the freedom to mourn your loss while remembering the good, the bad, and the missed opportunities. May you be surrounded by those who mourn with you and don't insist you put on a smile. For those who never had a mother, may you be supported by the divine feminine through chosen family and mother figures that can help fill that void. May you feel seen and heard and not expected to take on others' experiences of mothering as your own. For those with strained mother relationships, may you feel the freedom not to put on a happy face, to be honest yet honoring about your relationship with your mother. May you feel able to celebrate or not celebrate as you see fit. For mothers with strained child relationships, may you feel honored as a mother, even if the honor doesn't come from your children. May you allow your children the freedom not to celebrate or to celebrate from a distance. May you forgive yourself and your children for the strain. For mothers who have lost children, may your motherhood be honored even when it is not seen. May your mourning be comforted. May you allow yourself to hold all of the feelings this day holds with tenderness and love. May celebration of mothering children that are still alive not disregard the loss of those who are not. For those who long to be mothers, may you find peace in knowing that divine timing is unfolding through this challenge. May you have children in your life to nurture with love and joy, regardless of whether they are yours or not. May you be surrounded by those who can offer genuine support and not just cliche encouragements. For those who have chosen not to be mothers, may you feel respected in your choice to abstain and not treat it as less than. May you be honored as a woman and the nurturing feminine energy you bring to those in your life. For those who feel they miss their chance to be mothers, may you feel comfort in your mourning. May you make peace with timing and biology. May your legacy live on in children whose lives you have touched. And for those who are mothers, may you feel loved, honored, and supported in whatever form of mother you are, biological, foster, adoptive, spiritual. May your children call you blessed. And so today, a blessing for our mothers. We bless you today for the blessing you have given the world through this role of mother you have chosen. We honor the love, joy, sadness, heartache, times of laughter, and times of tears that being a mother has brought to your life. We recognize the powerful way that you have changed lives and made the world a better place through nurturing and loving children. We are so grateful for your presence in our community and for the deep love that you share with us. Happy Mother's Day. So take a deep breath and just notice what emotions you may be feeling right now, not making any of them right or wrong, but just allowing them to be. And so we are continuing this journey of emotions, and so we are going to dive right in this week. So as y'all remember, last week I talked a little bit about emotions, why emotional intelligence, or EQ as it's called, is important. There's IQ, and we have IQ tests and things like that. Well, there's EQ as well. And even though in our society, IQ is held in much higher regard than EQ, in a lot of ways, emotional intelligence is far more important, that there is something to be said for understanding or knowing our emotions and then being able to respond to those emotions in an effective manner and relate those out into the world in a way that people understand what we're feeling or what emotion we're having without us kind of vomiting our emotions all over others, right? So we are going to continue this journey together. And so here I will share Ivor, no problem. There's nothing for you to do. And so if y'all remember, we have this lovely wheel of emotions. It's a different set of emotions this week. So this comes from chapters 4, 5, and 6. So are y'all ready to see what we're going to be talking about today? Awesome. Cognitive dissonance! Yay! Oh, I have to admit that when I was placing bets with myself on which one we were going to get, that was not one that I was hoping for. But, of course it wasn't. All right, so cognitive dissonance is in chapter 5, places we go when things aren't what they seem. And it is in the same chapter as amusement, bittersweetness, nostalgia, cognitive dissonance, paradox, irony, and sarcasm. So this is where we're headed today, all right? Y'all ready? All right. Oh, this is actually a really great chapter. Okay, so cognitive dissonance. And remember, this is Brené Brown talking. So my favorite book on cognitive dissonance is Mistakes Were Made, let me try all that again. Mistakes Were Made, but Not by Me. Why We Justify Foolish Beliefs, Bad Decisions, and Hurtful Acts by Carol Tavris and Elliot Aronson. Talk about feeling called out. I learned a ton about how we put a spit shine on almost everything we do and remember. Or, as Arison wrote in a more recent book, how human beings engage in all kind of cognitive gymnastics aimed at justifying their behavior. I have to admit, when I first listened to this, I was like, but not me. I don't do that. The Tavris and Arison book's dedication reads, for Leon Festinger, creator of the theory of cognitive dissonance, whose ingenuity inspired this book. So, I'm not going to read all of this because it's pages and pages long. But the definition of cognitive dissonance is a state of tension that occurs when a person holds two cognitions, ideas, attitudes, beliefs, or opinions, that are psychologically inconsistent with each other. And so that comes in this greater thing. So the engine that drives self-justification, the energy that produces the need to justify our actions and decisions, especially the wrong ones, is the unpleasant feeling that Festinger called cognitive dissonance. So as one such idea is, smoking is a dumb thing to do because it could kill me, and I smoke 2 packs a day. Dissonance produces mental discomfort that ranges from minor pangs to deep anguish. People don't rest easy until they find a way to reduce it. In this example, the most direct way for a smoker to reduce dissonance is by quitting. But if they have tried and failed to quit, now they must reduce dissonance by convincing themselves that smoking isn't really so harmful, that smoking is worth the risk because it helps them relax or prevents them from gaining weight. After all, obesity is a health risk too, and so on. Most smokers manage to reduce dissonance in many such ingenious if self-deluding ways. And so we find this, I'm going to explain more of what she talked about, the Festinger, what was it, like they infiltrated a doomsday cult. So what he found and everything like that, but this idea of cognitive dissonance, we all do it. Unfortunately, we all do it. We all have those things that we know are out of alignment with other beliefs or values that we hold, and yet we figure out ways to hold both of those things simultaneously. The one that I think comes up the most for me, Rev Ryan isn't here today to glare at me for not saying this, so here we go, is that my stuff piled up around the house drives them nuts. but their stuff piled up around the house is totally fine. And vice versa. My stuff piled up around the house, I don't even see it, right? But their stuff, I'm like, "Ugh, they left that pair of shoes there." Never mind the fact that their one pair of shoes is surrounded by 5 pairs of my shoes. They left their one pair of shoes there, right? So that is the place that cognitive dissonance comes up for me the most. So Fessinger and 2 of his associates infiltrated a doomsday cult. And this was back in the 1950s, 1954, so long before we had this idea of cognitive dissonance, long before we knew as much as we do now about ourselves and the way that we work in the world. And they had a hypothesis that those people who had given up the most for this doomsday cult, it was one of the ones where, the world was going to end on this certain date, but the aliens were going to come down in their spaceship and pick everybody up, and those people were going to be saved, so you should give up all your belongings and your money because you don't need it anymore on the alien spaceship, right? So the people, they had a hypothesis that the people who gave up everything for this cult, when the spaceship didn't come and the person in charge made their next prediction, that they would double down on staying in this cult. And that the people who didn't have as much to lose, who hadn't given up everything and who were kind of on the fringes, that they would quietly go away. Now we know kind of that this is what happens, right? But then they were like, y'all are crazy. Why would anybody do that, right? So they infiltrated this cult. Sure enough, the night comes and passes. They were supposed to pick him up at midnight, and she said at 4:36 in the morning, of course, the woman leading this cult comes out with, "Oh, you were so good and faithful that you've saved the whole planet, and now it's going to be this next date," right? Like you do in doomsday cults. I don't know. I've never been in one, but seems like the thing to do. And sure enough, the people that had not given up all of their belongings and their jobs and their savings and their homes, they kind of quietly slunk off. But the people who had given up everything, they doubled down. They were calling newspapers and saying, "Oh, you'll never guess, we've been saved, and you have to join this cult because this alien race saved the whole planet because of our faith." They doubled down. And what was interesting is Brené, she wrote this book she's been studying these things for years, but she actually wrote this book during the pandemic, and she said, "I feel like I would have had a hard time understanding this or believing this until the pandemic." And she said, now we look at all of the conspiracy theories and all of the things that people are saying. I am not going to go into any of them because I am not here to tell you whether your beliefs are right or wrong or whether my beliefs are right or wrong. But how often is it that something is proven and yet we double down on, even when we find that we were wrong, we double down on that belief? So just take a second to think about the last time you doubled down. And that might be really hard, honestly, because I'm like, oh, well, Reverend Ryan doubled down on the shoes, and so doubled down when that happened, and this and such happened, and they but it's hard to look at when were you confronted with being wrong, and instead of being like, oh, yep, of course I was wrong, because that's so easy to say, right? That we really do. We try to double down. And that's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad that we do that. But the invitation is to notice when we're doubling down and instead choose something different. Now, the next section in the book, and I'm just going to go into it for a second, and then I'm going to open it up for Tell Us. So think about cognitive dissonance and doubling down and how that relates in your own life, or if you have a story or what you think about this topic, because I'm going to be asking y'all in just a second. Y'all online too, get your typing fingers ready. But the next section is paradox. And the reason that I want to go into this just a little bit is because paradox is the idea of holding two contradictory ideas at the same time. And so the energy that kind of shifts us out of cognitive dissonance into possibility is paradox. It is. And I'm actually in the process of reading a lot of stuff on paradox right now because that is going to be one of our topics next year in the global themes, is this idea of paradox. And so if we can open ourselves up when we're confronted with information that is making us seemingly wrong, if instead of immediately saying, oh, I was wrong, or immediately saying, nope, doubling down, I am right, I don't care what the facts say, I don't care what the science says, I don't care what you say, I'm right and you are wrong, what if there's a both and? What if there is a way to hold both ideas? Now, in some things, that is harder than others. In some things, there's not really opinions, but in other things, there are. Things like our politics, our spiritual beliefs, the way that we view the world, our perspectives, all of those things they're perspectives. And one of the really cool things that I'm learning as I read more and more about paradox is that we need, in many, many of these situations, we need both polarities. We need both the liberal view and the conservative view. We need both the people that believe that everything is this way and everything is that way. I can't think of an example right now, and I'm not even sure that I want to, but what if there's a third way? What if there is a way to bring those ideas together, and instead of doubling down or making everybody else wrong, we can open ourselves up? So that is what I have to say about cognitive dissonance. So cognitive dissonance, I'm going to read the definition, just that short definition one more time to get y'all's brain juices flowing, and then feel free to pop on up, and if somebody is speaking, you can go ahead and come up over here to the side so that we can kind of get a line going. That's fine. And if you are online, we want to hear from you too. So type in and this can be what you think about cognitive dissonance, an experience that you've had with it, a story from your own perspective of cognitive dissonance, and how this has shown up in your life. All right, so cognitive dissonance is a state of tension that occurs when a person holds two cognitions, ideas, beliefs, attitudes, and opinions that are psychologically inconsistent with each other. So Ivor, I'm going to switch to the other microphone, and I'll probably stay on that one because this one's still popping. And who would like to speak? All right, I'm going to let y'all think about it, and I'm going to have Lynn sing her next song, and then y'all think while she's singing and thinking all at the same time. And if you think of something or you want to speak, go ahead and come up while she's singing right over here, and we'll start a line, okay?
Okay, so based on the fear factor, this was a song I wrote about fear a couple of years ago. It's called Lost and Found. Fear comes and sits beside me. You've been here before. I know you steal away my dreams. Do I open that door? You've had a strong, strong hold on me, and silence starts to rule. I've traveled many miles this way. Is this the road of a fool? can step through your fear. Just take a look in the mirror and take a dive so deep and see what you left behind. Know all the pieces that brought you here. Only one of them is your fear. Pack up the rest and don't forget. Remember, you are free. Fear comes and knocks again. No longer lost but found, I hear. Remember your reflection. Sink your feet to the ground. Only you hold the key to that hollow door. You're at the next mile. It's nothing like the road before. You can step through your fear. Just take a look in the mirror and take a dive so deep and see what you left behind. Know all the pieces that brought you here. Only one of them is your fear. Pack up the rest and don't forget. Remember, you are free.
You know, Lynn, I actually think that that's a perfect song because it can really be hard in cognitive dissonance to relax those really firm beliefs that we've held on to, and it can be scary. So thank you. All right, y'all, cognitive dissonance. Do we have any comments coming in? Oh, man. All right, Arena, come on up. And make sure to hold the microphone very close, y'all.
I'll help Reverend Chris because she told us at the practitioners meeting about Brené Brown, and I was Googling for the book, and I found that on HBO Plus you can watch her TV show. And it's amazing. My husband and I, we watched it, we paused it, we had discussions. It was absolutely wonderful. But I have to say the cognitive dissonance wasn't discussed. So when Reverend Chris was talking about piles of my stuff and his stuff, hi, husband, I love you, you know that. I was thinking that, politics came to mind, definitely. And another thing, I think that what relates to our community, and I would say wider community, is probably spiritual bypass. Because sometimes I see things that are definitely not working, and the practitioner and the science of mind believer philosopher says, oh, that will be okay, that will be okay, that will be okay, that will be okay. And then, no, it's not okay. It should be done, and I know that within me, it's a dissonance. And I think that Brené Brown, she comes to, in the first episode, there are 5 episodes, I think she gave me an answer to lots of, when I feel emotions I don't want to feel, and how I deal with that. Of course, respect them, but then if it's politics or it's the spiritual bypass within the community. She said in the first episode, listen, and we have to listen to each other and to listen to every story. We can't say, no, you already told your story, we know your story, don't tell us that. So for me, it is listen to the stories around me and listen to my story. Because when my pile doesn't bother me, but his pile bothers me, what is it? It's a projection. My stuff bothers me as well. So that's how I take it. So that's my 2 cents. And what Reverend Chris said, hold both ideas. That's what I wrote down.
Ooh, thank you, Irina. And yeah, that spiritual bypass, the politics is always the one that comes to my mind in this, because I think we hold so tightly. But you're right, the spiritual bypass of everything's falling apart and just refusing to look at it or do anything and closing our eyes, and that cognitive dissonance. Thank you, Irina. Who else? We have comments. Yeah, we have comments. Let's see. Oh, Michael Zawadsky says there is a middle way. Yes, yes, yes. And if we can remember that. Janine Ballou says, here's one of mine. I know I need to get more sleep, but I want to watch the end of that movie, read another chapter, etc., etc. So I sacrifice the sleep, usually. Ooh, and don't we justify that? Oh my goodness, Janine, I can so relate to that one, because I read at night and I am always, oh, well, I'm in bed, so technically I'm still resting. Oh, yes, that's a good one, Janine. I can cognitive dissonance myself all over the place to not getting any sleep. Irina said, it's not on my plate, so I'm not eating it if I'm eating it from over here. All right, any other? Oh, and then Rev Ryan popped on from home to say, I'm now picking up my shoes. Could you pick mine up as well, honey, so that I look like a better person when I get home? Terry Murphy, practically all my ideas are in tension with each other. I like noting the contrast between being so in my, okay, hold on. I like noting the contrast between that being so in my ideas and opinions versus my behavior. Like, if I were a good person, I'd walk every day. Well, and even, with that, maybe good people don't necessarily walk every day. Maybe you're just a good person. Oh, yeah. How many do we use cognitive dissonance to should ourselves, to tell ourselves what we should be doing? Interesting. Thank you, Terry. Oh, Beth Carmen. When someone publicly disagrees or questions or disagrees with my personal or professional beliefs, the other person can have evidence to prove me wrong. I will dig my heels in deeper, even though I know I'm wrong. Yes, I do that too. I mean, Rev Ryan definitely is the only one in the household that needs to pick up their shoes for sure. But yeah, and especially I think when it's professional beliefs, right? Like when we've gone to school and we know what we're doing and we've been in this field for years and years, and then people come at us with something else, it's really hard to let go of those long-held beliefs. I think we see that with like doctors who are unwilling to perform new treatments and things like that. So anyone else? All right, that's it online. Oh, Ed Preston, come on up. Ed, I'm going to hold the microphone for you so that you can emote.
I got to remember what I was thinking. When I was in grade school, one of the sayings that I came up with that I thought this is what rules life is there are two sides to every question. And by the time I was in junior high school, I decided that was one of the biggest understatements I've ever known. lots and lots and lots of sides to every question.
Maybe it's not 2 sides to every coin, but more like 10 sides to every dice or something like that. Thank you, Ed. Anyone else? Any final thoughts from anyone? Going once, going twice. Okay, well, in that case, I am going to pray. That sounds good, doesn't it? Can go ahead and take that off, but I'll keep using this microphone, Ivor. So I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze if you feel comfortable and if you are able. And just settle into that place within us that there is no cognitive dissonance because it is holding all of the paradoxes in the universe, that place within us, the very center of our being that is opening to the allness, the fullness, the oneness of life. Because we know that there is only that one infinite absolute thing going on. That even as we know this one thing is the only thing, we hold the paradox that we appear separate, that we are in these beings that are separate physical bodies, and yet we are also one. How does that even work? So we don't double down on our separateness and we don't double down on the oneness, and yet we open our mind to hold that both of these things are simultaneously true. We don't know how and we don't know why and we don't know any of the mechanics behind it, but we just hold the paradox. We just open our minds and gently relax our firm belief in one or the other to allow everything to be true simultaneously. And so from this place of knowing our own infinity, of knowing our own eternality, I just unhook from my wrong beliefs. I unhook from all of those places that I have dug in my heels and been unwilling to move or to waver. I detach from all of those things that are no longer serving me. And I feel the unhooking and detaching happening in the room ever so gently, happening online as we stop digging in our heels. Stop doubling down and instead maybe sitting down to have a picnic with those opposing views, those opposing ideas, those things that we call opposing but are really just another side to the same coin. And I breathe all of that in and express my profound gratitude for this space where people with all kinds of different views can show up and be together, where we can practice unhooking together, where we can practice releasing old ideas and stepping into the new, where we can practice holding the paradoxes. I am so grateful for this community that holds one another and ourselves up in such a way that we can do that. We can play in this field of paradox together. And so I just release my word. I let it go. I know it is done as I have spoken. And so it is. And so this is the time in our service for our gifts and our offerings. And speaking of another paradox, your very presence is a blessing. It is a gift. It is everything we need and want and desire. And we are living in America in 2022. And so money is important to us to keep this center running, to keep our doors open, to keep the lights on, all of those things. And so if you feel led and called to give today, we would greatly appreciate it. You can do it in a couple of different ways. We, of course, have our baskets here on either side if you're in the room, or if you are online, you can go to celebrationcenter.org and click on that give button. And that will take you to our Secure Breeze website. Once again, the automatic fund that pops up is just our tithes and offerings funds. That's our general donation place. But if you click on that, you can see that our vision and Action Fund is there, as well as some other things as well. So if there's another fund that you would like to give to or support today, you can also do that. So with that, I invite Irina up because we changed our things around. So here you are, Irina.
Thank you. So I invite us all to say our affirmation together. I open my heart to give and receive the blessings that our spirits promise to me. As I do, the entire universe conspires to give me an abundant life, and I open to accept it. And so it is. With that, I invite us all to bless time, talent, skills, money, energy, all the gifts that we give to the world, to the spiritual community. And I know abundance and prosperity for everyone who is giving, who is receiving. I know prosperity for the Celebration Center. I know prosperity for the Science of Mind teaching all over the world. I know this prosperity, and I'm very grateful. And I know that the Celebration Center expresses its gratitude to all the financial energy, to all tithes and gifts that are coming, that came last week, that are coming right now, and will come this week. We're so absolutely grateful. And I'm grateful to be here and to be in this presence with each and every one. And I simply let it be, and so it is.
And so now we have something new and different. If y'all remember, we are shifting our order of service a little bit. So we are going to do a call and response. So I'm going to call, and y'all are going to say it back to me. Ready? Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I am led by Spirit. I am guided by wisdom. I am protected by love. I am here to be a blessing. I am so grateful. And so it is.
All right, so we hope you will sing with us on this. We sang this last week. We're going to do Stand by Karen Drucker. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love, let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
And so I send us out into the world, inviting us to shift all of our cognitive dissonance into the possibility of paradoxes. And so it is.